Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. 2 weeks ago, I had busted my spleen on a gnarly snowboarding accident. This is the full story. So, all this went down Thursday, January 29th, when I was out snowboarding, because free running is not too much of an option in the winter. But anyway, I was going down the hill just to check out some new grind rail installments, see if I could hit a couple of those up. But I didn't have enough speed for them, so I was just looking around, seeing what else I could do. And I found this nice looking side trail on the side. So the trail went down into the woods, and I've checked out a couple of these before that, just little shortcuts between the bigger trails. And this one, it started off as a normal trail and stuff like that, but it turned out to be a little different. And why it was different is because it turned out to be a ski trail, which are a lot more narrow than snowboarding trails. The differences between these trails is with snowboarding you need a lot more room to stop to like completely twist your board around, but with skiing you just pizza. Pizza! Do a pizza! Now because it was so narrow for skiers, I was going down and I could not stop, I couldn't even turn, and it started getting real icy. So to put it in perspective, imagine this clip, but you're going like 100 miles per hour because it's so icy. And I couldn't stop, I couldn't even move my board because the trees were so close. And then all of a sudden I look up and I see this tree that's about the size of that light post about. And then so I was able to move my head out of the way, but I completely bodied this tree. I was winded for a little bit, slumped to the floor, and then fell asleep. So when I woke up, my vision was pretty foggy and crystallized, but I'm not exactly sure how long I was out for, but I knew I was unconscious for a while. After a while, I figured out that I couldn't move, so I was just chilling there for 45 minutes to an hour. And I just thought that maybe I broke a couple ribs or something because my breathing was low heavy and my chest hurt, but I was a little off. So after that, God gave me the strength and I was able to crawl out of there. It was around like 30 meters uphill just to get back to the main trail. Then once I was up there, I was going and waving down different skiers and snowboarders that were just passing by just to see if they could grab ski patrol, because it was quite a way to the bottom of the hill where they were at. So eventually, ski patrol picked me up in a snowmobile, and my mom came and drove me 45 minutes or so back to my town, and we went into the ER there. They did some scans and stuff, and my broken ribs theory was a little off. Turns out I exploded my spleen and had a ton of internal bleeding. And there was nothing they could do about a broken spleen at the small hospital in my town, so they flew me by helicopter over to a bigger hospital in the cities, which I've never been in a helicopter before, so that was pretty cool. A little bit soggier out today, but we'll make it work. So overall, it was a pretty boring Uber. I was asleep for most of it, but on the way there, they gave me 5 blood transfusions, which if you don't know what that is, the amount is on the screen of how much blood that is. So once I got to the cities, I immediately went into surgery.
We've taken it from the breastbone to the diaphragm. We may have to extend further to get to the spleen. Sorry, sir, it's only my first week.
After surgery, they still had me on some painkillers, and so after those wore off, I was doing pretty good. And once it came time to take off the bandage to my incision, I was doing a lot better because I had realized I got an epic scar out of this. In the room I was staying in, they didn't have much to do but sleep, but eventually we found that they had an Xbox there, and on that Xbox they had a snowboarding game. Oh man, I hit a tree. So after I got bored of that, I went to go watch my good friend Isaiah Stevens' recovery video on when he tore his ACL a while back. And that was a big inspiration to making this video. So if you like mine, then check his out. I'd highly recommend it. I'll put it in the description. So about a day after the surgery, I was itching to move again. So the doctors cleared me for some assisted walking.
He's holding the inside line. Look at the pace. He's matching the Mercedes. This is unbelievable. He's pulling 200 kilometers an hour on a chair the size of a suitcase.
No hands.
High definition recording only supports single screen.
So since I was able to get up and move around, I was feeling pretty happy. But that is until I heard the news that I couldn't do anything for 6 to 8 weeks, which has got to be the hardest part about this whole thing, is just holding off on training for that long. The one thing I could train though is walking, so I got pretty good at that during my hospital stay. Alright, after 5 days leaving the hospital, can walk alright now. So, yeah. So, I ended up staying in the hospital around 4 to 5 days before they gave us all clear to head home. And around 2 weeks after that, they brought me back and took out my staples, which was the same day as my birthday. So that was actually a pretty good gift because they were really uncomfortable with sleeping and all that. So now I'm just racing the clock till I can train again. But I just wanted to say a big thank you to all the friends and family with all their support and everything. And yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you in 6 weeks.